Hey everybody, John Skiba here from the Consumer Warrior YouTube channel. And in today's video, we're going to deal with car loans where you're really upside down, where you owe way more than the car is worth, how you can make that car a lot more affordable through a Chapter 13 bankruptcy. All right, let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. Chapter 13 bankruptcy is different than what most cases are filed under. Chapter 7 is the traditional bankruptcy that most people think about when they think about bankruptcy. Chapter 7 eliminates credit card debt, personal loans. There's no repayment period. It's a relatively short process. Chapter 7 tends to be about 4 to 5 months in total. However, Chapter 13, while it's a much longer process, and it's up to 5 years long, and you're required to pay back some of your creditors, the benefit to it is it does have some very powerful tools that just simply aren't available in a Chapter 7 bankruptcy. And one of them relates to the way that we deal with car loans where you're big time upside down. I can tell you in my law practice here in Arizona, I see this pretty frequently where people come in and for years they've been rolling negative equity into car loans. And so they're in these situations where their car loan, the amount owed, is way more than the car is worth. So for example, let's say that you have a car loan that you owe $45,000. But you jump on over to Kelley Blue Book and it's only worth about $18,000. That's a big difference, and it makes it really tough to make any progress because you're paying a ton of money and interest on a car loan when the value just simply isn't there. There is a way to remedy that, but you have to be in a Chapter 13 bankruptcy to do it. It's called the Cram Down. Let me tell you exactly how it works. So if you're in Chapter 13 and you're in that scenario that I was talking about, where you owe way more money than your car is actually worth, you can actually propose a plan to your creditors where you pay back the value of the vehicle rather than what's owed on it. So in my example from earlier, you can see if you owe $45,000 on a car, but it's worth only $18,000, if you could pay back 18 instead of the 45, that makes staying in that vehicle maybe a lot more attractive rather than just surrendering it or letting it get repossessed and having to deal with a deficiency balance afterwards. Now, there is a catch. For a cram down to be effective in a Chapter 13 bankruptcy, you must have purchased the vehicle at least 910 days before you filed your bankruptcy. So what this prevents is someone going out, buying a car, they're big time upside down, and then 3 months later filing a Chapter 13 and doing the cram down. You have to have been in the vehicle for at least 910 days, which is roughly 2.5 years, before your bankruptcy is filed in order to be eligible to do the cram down. So if you find yourself in that situation, it can make a big difference as far as being able to eliminate that negative equity. Not only that, it can be done in other personal property as well, motorhomes, boats, things like that. If it's a secured debt, other than a mortgage, unfortunately we can't do the cram down in the mortgage. That would be awesome if we could, but we can't. But it's got to be personal property, then it is something we can do a cram down and be able to eliminate that negative equity that you're dealing with, allowing you to stay in the vehicle and make it so you can actually pay it off, have equity in it. Maybe once you pay it off, roll it into something else that you need to buy down the road. The cram down can be a very powerful tool, again, only available in a Chapter 13 bankruptcy. Now, if you're in the state of Arizona and you're looking to file for bankruptcy or you're just struggling with debt problems in general, feel free to give me a call. My information is below. We do a free consultation, can walk you through Chapter 13, Chapter 7 bankruptcy, and even some non-bankruptcy options to be able to deal with that debt problem once and for all. Thanks for watching.